Here you go. And I want that. I want that. And that. I want this, and this, that. So there'll be $10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 9, 10. Thanks, see ya. I guess let's go home now and put these in the fridge or whatever. Oh, well then, yeah, hello. Wait, son, I booked you into high school and you're going to school tomorrow. Okay, cool. I'll see you where it is. Okay, thanks, Dad. See you, son. See you, Dad. I guess let's connect the music.
I'm down on my knees and he's ready to shoot. I'm practically pleased. What would your last words be if someone put a gun to your head?
I'll just say, fucking shoot me now, cunt.
Before they shoot. Here am I. Wish I could go and revisit the evil I did through the course of my life. Wish I could go back in time, take the wrongs that I did and reverse them to right. Wish I could take all the pain, the hurt, the struggle, and keep them inside. Wish I could say that I'm sorry to people I broke it before that I died. Wish I could go back in time to my father, I didn't really mean it. Wish I could go tell my mom that I loved her and all of this money I got, I don't need it. Wish I could go to the church and have talked with the Lord in an effort to conquer my demons. I'm begging and pleading, I'm down on my knees and he's ready to shoot, and I'm practically pleased. So it's my destiny, I'm gonna get destiny. Somebody please, hey, these are my last words. Wish I could go back in time and revisit myself just to make me believe. I had these goals and these dreams in my mind that were mine that I'll never achieve. All of these gifts and these talents were given by God. I was blessed to receive. I was too busy worried about bitches and money and all of this shit that you people would think needed help with depression. All of my passive aggression, I should have confessed. I learned my lesson. I didn't get nothing but sadness and fucked over all of my blessings. Fucking perfection. I should have walked on my own and I traveled in common direction. Just to be trending. Just to be trending! Wish I would've not held back. Wish I would've not felt bad. Wish I would've hugged my dad. Wish I would've fought that bitch when I had that jab. Wish I would've sold my soul just to get famous on. Should've played basketball. Nigga was basketball. Wait! Wish I would've never.
Next. Yeah, but come on.
Tell a nigga don't dick ride, don't flick ride, leave it to the double thick thighs, twin sisters. Drop it down and wobble up, mommy boot it up, she get down and gobble up, cause my money up, slide in the belly trucker, the rape trucker, your bestie is a dick sucker, big double, assalamu alaikum, you big hater, you nothing but a hater, cloud chaser. Now we catch him at the chicken spot, up a couple chops, hot that nigga with 100 shots.
Are you dumb, stupid, or dumb? Huh?
Play me like a dummy, like bitch. Are you dumb?
Stupid or dumb? Huh?
Yeah, you got some money, but you still fucking
ugly.
Stupid. Listen, when I talk, you better listen. We can make them dance, bachata, slide over, do the cha-cha. Papa, make nigga go adios, dímelo, mami, franca, you nasty, flame up, light it. They see me and get excited. Two-step, spin around, so fly, pilot, they stay, been high, way before coronavirus. Nigga, who did that? Nigga, who did what? Nigga, that's my shit, don't buy tell a nigga don't dick ride, don't blink ride, leave it to the double thick thighs, twin sisters. Drop it down and wobble, wobble up. Mommy boot it up, shake it down and gobble, gobble up. Cause my money up, slide, slide in the belly trucker, the rape trucker. Your bestie is a dick sucker, a big double. Assalamu alaikum, you big hater. I'm nothing but a hater, hater. Cloud chaser. You're mad, I'm back. Big mad, he's mad, she's mad, big sad. Ha ha, don't care, stay mad. Ha ha, bitch, I'm laughing cause you big mad. See it in your face, cry, baby, bitch, you big sad. Niggas tweeting about me, got me trending, bitch, you big sad. Tell me how I ride it, came home to a big bag.
Where was that room that had the piano in it? No. No.
Because cleanliness is our priority.
Is it this one? No. Or is it this one? No, it's not. Okay, so where was the room where I think that has the piano?
I tell a nigga don't dick ride, don't blink ride, leave it to the double thick.
Next. This one.
So what, we get drunk.
Okay,
So what, we
so
smoke
down
weed.
here.
We're just having fun. We don't care who sees.
Yeah,
So
here
what,
we are.
we go
Okay, cool.
out. That's how it's supposed to be. Living young and wild and free.
So what? I keep them rolled up, sagging my
Yeah, boy.
pants, not caring what I show. Keep it real with my niggas, keep it playing for these hoes. It look clean, don't it? Watched it the other day, watch how you lean on it. Eat me some 501 jeans on it, roll joints bigger than King Kong's fingers, and smoke them hoes down to they stingers. You a class clown, and if I skip for the damn with your bitch smoking grade
Right,
A.
hi.
It's like I'm
Good
17
king
making a
again.
peach fuzz on my face. Looking on the case, trying to find the hella
Good
taste.
boy.
Oh my god, I'm on the chase. Chevy,
Good.
it's getting when I step right up,
Okay,
get
so
my
it's
lighter
2
so I
p.m.
can light
now.
up.
That's how it should
Nice,
be done. Soon as you
2
thinking you're
p.m.
down, find how to turn things around. Now things are looking up.
From the ground up, pound up this killer game. So turn my sound up and mount up and do my thing.
Now I'm chillin', fresh out of class, feeling
Yeah, boy.
like I'm on my own and I could probably own a
Go
building.
again.
Got my own car, no job,
So,
no
no,
children.
so
Had a size project, me and Matt killed
Killed
it.
it. Oh crap, it's not time. So I
HD3.
guess what, it's time off and let's go to bed, wake up in the morning for school. My first day at high school. Okay, so it's 5 a.m. I guess let's head to school, I guess. My first day at New York High. Hell yeah. I guess let's, you know, go to school. Because why not? Here we are, at my first day at high school. Hell yeah. Oh, I can't believe it. So this is high school. Never been to high school. Hell yeah. Nice. Now what class do I have? Okay, so I have this class. Wood shop. Okay, so I guess let's sit here. There's some good that is good class. Now what else I have? Okay, so I have I think I have this class up here. So up here. Right here. Okay, so what class do I have? Okay, so next class I have, it says this one. Okay, nice. Let's go up the back and sit down. I guess, yeah, let's go. Next class is This was quite for until break, so nice the first break. Okay, so let's sit down over here. I guess let's go to the cafeteria and yeah, go eat. Okay, so nothing but here. Okay, and then here, here. Okay, so I guess let's go eat outside and watch YouTube videos, I guess. Let's go to the art. This area look good. Hell yeah. Let's go here. Let's eat, I guess. Oh shit, croissant. Yum. Put that over there. Then put that over there. And let's watch YouTube, I guess. Let's watch YouTube. Hell yeah. Let's watch some videos. Yeah, why not?
This encounter happened 13 years ago, and at the time I was 14 years old. My then best friend lived just down the street from me, and my cousin was dating her. Spent every day at her place. She lived on the 5th floor of a block of flats. We had 18 floors, so more often than not I'd just get on the elevator. On this particular day I was waiting on the elevator, and it was taking a while. Not so unusual. As I said, this building had 18 floors, so...
Can I join? I guess so. Cool. So what's your name? James. Nice. What's your name? Jake? I'm 13. Yeah, cool. I'm 14. Nice. Do you smoke weed? Yeah, I do. Why? Do you have some? I guess so. Cool. Here's one weed and a smoke. Thanks. And here's a water. Thank you. You're welcome.
While I was waiting, a man entered the building and stood beside me, waiting to get on the elevator as well. Not so odd, but something about this guy had me very creeped out. I can't say what about him made me so uneasy looking back, as he seemed like just a normal guy. He looked to be in his late 30s or early 40s with short dark hair, medium height and build, short beard and dressed well enough, but something about him just seemed off. I could feel his eyes on me as I continued to wait for the elevator. I'm a girl and I've always been small and looked younger than I was. Back then I was lucky
So,
if I was
what are you
even
doing
5 feet,
tomorrow?
and I looked about
I don't
11
know.
or 12.
What are you doing?
I've
Nothing?
had stranger danger and
Just
how
going to
dangerous
school?
people can
Me
be drilled
too.
in my head since I
Nice.
was little. And while it seems silly to be this terrified of a random man just waiting on an
Yeah,
elevator
buddy.
same as me, I decided to still listen to my night and the door closed. I began to run up those stairs as fast as I can. Now, back then I was fairly athletic. I did a lot of sports in my free time, so it didn't win me too bad to run
What
up
are you
those
doing?
stairs. About halfway up, I hear the stairwell door slam open and footsteps running up the stairs.
Don't worry.
I paused
Okay.
for a second, terrified, and looked down the stairwell, seeing the face of the guy staring up at me from the 2 floors below before he begins to run up them.
Or
I run
just
as fast
fucking
as I
shoot
can
that
up
cop.
the remaining floors.
Straight up there and
My
then.
legs burning from how fast I was running, barely able to catch a breath. I finally get to my friend's floor and exit the stairwell. I get to her door and begin to pound on her door, crying and begging her to let me in. She opens the door pretty confused, and I run inside, slamming the door behind me. So there I am, crying and shaking as she gets the story out of me. Her older brother, who was a 20-year-old guy and built really big, heard all of this, and he came out of his room to find out what the commotion was. He charged out of the flat and began to hunt the building for the guy, but he couldn't find him anywhere. I never saw that man from the elevator ever again. I don't know what he wanted me for or what he planned to do if he caught me, but I'm really glad I never found out.
I recently moved out of home and a couple towns away into a new home with my best friends. There's 4 of us, and I'm the unfortunate soul that works the second shift, while the other 3 work the first shift. So I really only see them during the week while they're sleeping. The first day of unpacking, I looked outside the kitchen window at the house across the street from us. It seemed like a family with a teenage girl. From my view, she looked no more than 16 or 17. When she stepped outside, she looked fairly normal. She had very fair skin and dark hair. I continued unpacking, not thinking anything, until I looked back outside.
I guess it's class time, yeah. See you, I guess. See ya. Oh shit. My class is... Okay, so I have class somewhere around here, somewhere in there. Okay, let's go to it, I guess. Okay, so let's go to it, I guess. Here we are. I guess let's go sit down up right here, I guess. Fuck this. Fucking this. Go to the principal's office now. No. Fuck off. Piece of shit. They think they can tell me what to do. Huh. Be pathetic. Be fucking pathetic. They think they can tell me what to do. Be fucking pathetic. They think they can tell me what to do. Yeah, what? They can't tell me what to do.
The kid, myself. I hadn't seen anyone outside that house in the few weeks since then, until one night I was coming home from work. The other 3 in my home park in the driveway spot, and I park in the street on days when they have to work, so I don't have to move for anyone early in the morning. The house, however, sits on a curved part of the street, and our next door neighbor drives a utility truck for work. He parks it on the side of the street as well.
Come to the office, please. James Corriger. Fucking hell. What did you do? Just smashed the window because your teacher told me, you know. Oh good. See you, I guess. See ya. Oh fuck. Great. Yeah, hey, I'm here to see the principal. Okay, he'll be with you right now. Okay, thanks. Principal. Whoa. Okay, now, James. You are suspended for a week. Seriously? Yeah. Now go home and come back in a week. Fine. Whatever. Oh shit, I guess it's time to head home. Here we are. Back at home. Can't wait for I got to spend the full week. My first day at high school. I got to spend the full week, I guess. Oh well. Nothing I can do, I guess. Great. Oh crap, nothing I can do. I'm gonna spend the full week. Great. Great. Where's the food? There is the food. Let me eat some. There we are. Let me watch YouTube, I guess. Cause you know, let me watch YouTube.
So it takes me a while to get my car parked. When I come across the corner, I saw the man, who I assume is the dad of the family across the street. He's standing out in the driveway, staring out into the trees. I thought to myself, it's 11 at night, so what could he possibly be looking at in the trees that couldn't wait until tomorrow? It being summertime, I had my windows down so I could hear talking, but wasn't sure where it was coming from, and no one was outside on the street except me and him, it seemed.
Knock knock. Wonder who that could be. Wonder. Oh hey, come in if you want. Yeah, sure. And how did you find out where I live? Easy. Additional. Oh good. So what you doing here? Just wanna chill with you? Okay, cool. Let's go, I guess. Done.
Nowhere. He didn't slowly start. It started very suddenly and loudly. Then I realized she was before was in their tree. Night, full on belly laughing on God knows what. I watched the dad walk back to the house, open the door and look in, still not talking to anyone. But over his shoulder, it looked like the walls were stripped down to their studs. She stopped when he walked away, but as I closed my windows and locked my doors in my car, he walked back to the tree, and she started right back up like she had never stopped. I walked straight up my driveway and into my house and didn't look back. Every night when I pull up now, I'm unsure what else I will see. But all I can say to the neighbors across the street is, let's not officially meet.
I just want to say thank you for creating Headspace.
I'm really grateful
So-
for your app.
It's made me much more understanding.
About 4 years ago, when I was 15 years old,
So what
me and my
happened?
parents had moved into a
Did they
brand new
spend it for
apartment,
weeks?
and we decided to get a
Seriously?
puppy.
Yeah.
We would
God
walk
damn
in
it.
about 4 or 5 times
Yeah,
a
no,
day,
right.
but we still struggled a lot with my dog's separation anxiety. So I imagine for the first few weeks being there, it must have been hell for my neighbors, because he would always bark and cry whenever we left him all alone. However, every time we talked to my neighbors, they would just tell us not to worry about it because they hardly ever hurt him, and everyone was fine with it. That is, except for Tony. One Saturday, I was home alone and someone knocked on my door. It was Tony. At first, he just seemed kind of somewhat surprised to see me open the door. But then he just smiled politely and then said, "Hey, can you tell your parents to come see me when they get home, please?" I said yes, and then he left. I thought nothing of it. When my parents came home, I told them about my encounter with Tony, and my dad went to his apartment, suspecting that it had something to do with my dog barking. Tony told my dad that my dog was a real barker, and that he worked during the night and needed to get sleep during the day, so he would really appreciate it if we could find a way to make less noise, although he did say that he understood that he knows that it was hard to control a dog's bark. He also apologized for showing up at our door, saying that he didn't know I was alone in there. According to my dad, they had a pretty nice, polite conversation. My father had apologized for the inconvenience and then came home, and we did our absolute best to try and deal with my puppy's anxiety. And it worked. My dog, of course, did still bark, but wasn't so agitated as he used to be. Flash forward a few weeks. Every time my dog would sense Tony going down the stairs of our apartment building, my dog would always go nuts. He was a fairly friendly dog towards people, but for some reason, he just absolutely hated this guy. And Tony had stopped talking to us, pretty much ignoring us every time we ran into him, or he would simply just stare at us. One day, however, me and my mother came home, and on our apartment door were 6 holes. It was like someone had punched the door with like a key or something sharp. My mother was pretty naive about it. She thought that maybe we had done the damage ourselves throughout the months that we'd been there. That's when Martha, one of our other neighbors, then called my mother, really worried about me, then questioning her if I had been home alone during that afternoon. My mom said no, and that's when Martha tells us that someone had apparently been banging and kicking at our door while also screaming a ton of insults, making a scene that was so terrifying that her 11-year-old son got so scared that he hid under his bed for like 4 hours until Martha came home, because he thought someone was breaking into our house. A few weeks later, there was a city fair at night, and my parents and I, plus Martha and her family, headed out to the building to go to the fair. We came back earlier around 11 p.m. It was almost 12 a.m. at this point, and someone had rang our doorbell. My dad went to see who it was, but no one responded. Usually when this happens, we either go to the window to try and see who it is, or we go downstairs, because it's usually the mailman. But since it was midnight, my dad found it very strange, and he didn't go downstairs. He pretty much just ignored it, and we all went to bed. Well, the next morning, my mother runs into Martha, and she tells my mom that when they got back from the fair, they found Tony hidden in the dark under the stairs with a freaking baseball bat in his hands. He looked really nervous, but said someone had rang the doorbell, and he found it really weird that someone would do that so late at night. So he apparently came downstairs to see who it was, and with a baseball bat. My mom pretty much immediately knew exactly what happened. He had rang our doorbell, expecting my dad to come downstairs and see who it was. I honestly don't really know if his plan was to attack my dad or not, but my father, obviously worrying about me and my mother's safety, since he wasn't home during the week, then went upstairs absolutely fuming and knocked on Tony's door. When Tony saw my father, I kid you not, he looked like he was about to pass out. My father had confronted him, and Tony legit started crying. He told my dad that he sometimes did drugs and he really didn't know what he was doing. He then went on to apologize for actually damaging our door with a damn pocket knife, and for what happened the night before as well. He didn't even lie about it. As it turns out, the reason my dog freaked out every time he sensed him and barked so much was, well, because Tony waited until everyone in the building had left for work, and then he would go to my door and kick it, making my dog more furious every time, and not so much because of his anxiety. My dad then said very calmly, This is the last time I'm gonna talk to you. Next time you come near me or even look in the direction of my family again, I'm gonna make my point very clear. Do you understand? The guy kept crying and trying to hug my dad. We went to the police and filed a report, but we finally stopped seeing Tony. Turns out his wife actually kicked him out and filed a restraining order for her and their daughter, because apparently one morning she actually woke up with him staring at her and their daughter while they were sleeping, and the entire house smelled like gas, because apparently he left the stove on. We moved shortly afterwards, and we never saw Tony again after that. My husband and I really love to go driving. We prefer road trips, but on the weekends or nights, whenever we have nothing better to do, we usually just go cruising and just drive around. We prefer smooth and not busy roads. On this particular night, we were really bored and decided to go cruising. We went up north to a small town about a half an hour from the city where the roads are really curvy and smooth. This town is pretty close to the mountains, and if you follow this particular main street all the way up north, it starts driving up to a mountain. It's about 9 p.m. and there are very few cars in the road already, since it's a small, nice little cute town. But we keep going north, away from all of the houses and stores, and eventually where the roads start curving uphill. We drive for about 15 minutes more, and it's pitch black when we see some blinking lights. As we get closer, we see that there's a truck on the side of the road facing us. I'm getting the chills thinking about being all the way out here in the middle of nowhere, and there's a stranded truck on the side of the road. As he slowly approaches closer, I tell my husband that it's probably for the best to just turn back, and that I had a really bad feeling. But at this point, we're pretty much right next to the truck.